Hey, I wanted to go live today because I've been getting a ton of DMs to my Instagram and my Facebook account. So I want to go over a few things because the women that are messaging me, they are experiencing so much. They're struggling so much with whether it's communication, whether there's just a lot of tension within the relationship, whether things are feeling really controlling, whether it's just the lack of connection. They're just shut down, their partners are shut down, or trust has been broken. So I wanted to go live because I really want to share the number one reason, like this proven method that is really saving marriages. So if you want to know the number one way to save your marriage, then listen up, because this is truly transforming the marriage coaching, marriage therapy industry. So the key to this really is like to fix a marriage where there's just so much going on. There's been so much heartbreak. It's been a roller coaster. The first thing you have to do, and I can't stress this enough, even if you're working with a therapist, you need to work on yourself first. You have to, because if you're feeling angry, you're angry because you don't feel heard, you feel resentful because you feel like they aren't giving you the attention you want to, or they're not appreciating what you're doing. You're jealous because your partner's texting someone else or liking other people, or maybe showing up late or on the phone. It seems really secretive. If you're just sad because there's just been so much heartbreak, like it's like chipping away at who you are, you're closing your heart. If you just, like, there's been issues with finances, there's been health stuff, there's differences with parenting styles, like, you can't technically heal your marriage if you are holding on to all of that. With therapy, which is great, you might have some temporary gains here or there. Thanks everyone for joining. Send me your questions if you have any. If you are in this place where you're holding on to the sadness, this anger, this jealousy, this resentment, how are you supposed to heal your marriage? Yes, you can talk about it. Talking is fantastic, but often with therapy, it's great. You make these gains, but sometimes we have these slides back. And you have these slides back because you're not on a strong foundation. We have to be in a solid foundation where we feel like we are free from a lot of this anger. We've processed the pain from the relationship and pain from past relationships and even our childhood, because all that stuff from our childhood, from our past years, our high school years of maybe not feeling good enough, being people pleasers, setting high expectations for ourselves, shutting down, not speaking our truth. Those are all habits. Those are all things that we formed in our childhood. And until we can truly work on that stuff won't transfer into our marriage just automatically. It takes a lot of work and repetitive practice to get to that place, or we can just go into the subconscious mind. We can get deeply relaxed and go back to those times in our childhood where maybe higher expectations were placed on us. Our parents put us into sports, activities that we really didn't want to do, but they thought it was best for us. We were taught that we had to like people please others, like to get validation. That's what love was to us. So it's so important that we deal with our own stuff. We deal with our own stuff before we can really fix a marriage. If not, if you're not on a strong foundation, if there's cracks in you, you're not feeling good enough, you feel like a failure, you feel like you're not lovable, you don't feel pretty enough, you feel like this kind of stuff always happens to you. When you're in that place, you can't fix a marriage. So the number one, back to that first question that I asked was, what's the number one way to heal a marriage, to fix a marriage? The proven method is you have to work on yourself first. And like I said, if you're doing therapy, this works great with talk therapy and working on the subconscious mind. So exciting news for those that have been following me and been DMing me, you know that I just launched Marriage Saver Pro. Card opened on Tuesday. Early bird, if you want the early bird savings, $200, you need to register by midnight on Saturday, and doors close for this incredible opportunity on Tuesday. And the women that are joining, their favorite part of this is for 10 weeks, actually 12 if you grab the 2-week bonus. If you jump on board for 10 weeks, 12 weeks, you have access to me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, you can message me, direct message me, text message me, voice message me, say, hey Beth, this is what's going on. I woke up in a horrible mood. My husband and I had a discussion about this. We had an argument about this. I feel like he's shutting me out. You message me and we work through this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can't have a setback because I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to hold your hand. You can't procrastinate because I'll find you. You can't avoid things because I'm there. And what happens is, if you've been struggling with your marriage for so long, what you need to do is change the approach. If what you're doing isn't working, and maybe it works for a little bit, I hear sometimes from women, they're like, you know what, we're in a really good place. And then a couple months later, they're like, Beth, I don't know what happened. We're in a really bad place again. So what you can do is take your power back. So many women are waiting for their husbands to like, okay, I'm ready for counseling, or they're waiting for their husbands to change. Why wait? Why give your power up? Often when that happens, people feel lost, defeated, and just don't know what to do. So let me answer a couple questions. One was, I'm already in therapy. Do I need this work too? Absolutely. Often with therapy, you work with like talking back and forth, working through your problems, coming up with solutions. I do that too, but at the level more so of getting you deeply relaxed, and we go on a journey into your mind to figure out what's really there, regressing you back to childhood, regressing you back to past experiences. And that might sound a little bizarre because it's not a method that we've often used. It's really a new emerging field that's coming out in regards to working on marriages. So part of the strategy is we work with mind, body, soul. Mind, we work with the subconscious mind to get you deeply relaxed. What happens is you listen to these different, I call them Hypno-Journey tracks. You listen to those and it's incredible. The images, the visuals, the memories that pop up, and you see them from such a different lens. We never relive our traumas, but all of a sudden you can reprogram and see it with understanding and acceptance and realize it's not always about you. It's about that person, that they were projecting their anger onto you or their beliefs that you should be doing this, you should be doing that. So we go back to those, we work on that. We also work on then reinforcing it and taking action based on what you learn from those hypno journeys. Whether you learn that, you know what, everything's going to be okay. I can make decisions because I know everything will be okay. So with that all said, the other things that are part of the program is you get access to this method for the 10 weeks. You get, I'm just going to look at my notes, make sure I don't forget anything here. I put them over here. Yeah, you get access for 10 weeks. You get private monthly calls with me. You also get access to these 20 hypno journeys, those 20 journeys that you can do throughout the course of your 10 weeks with me. You get 3 bonuses. One is you get access to me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to give you 2 extra weeks, so it's not just 10 weeks, it's 12 weeks. And you get the Uplevel Clarity mini workshop so that you can definitely come out of this with crystal clear clarity on what your next steps are. And there's also a limited time bonus for those 10 registrants that register. You get a 30-minute private session with me so that we can really kickstart this. So with all that said, DM me if you have any other questions. I would be happy to answer those for you. Because the big one I'm getting, will this actually work for me? Does this work for my marriage? And the thing is, what have you been trying so far? And has it been working? If it hasn't been working, like I said, it's time to switch it up and take control of your life, your marriage for yourself. Get yourself in a better place where you feel happy, where you feel good enough, where you feel worthy, and you just feel so much better because what your partner is doing isn't impacting you the same way. You can see them with a different lens. It's like their anger, you're not accepting it anymore because you can see it as theirs. And you don't take things personally, which means you don't feel as triggered to have these same arguments. That's what really transforms a marriage. And when you can feel better, what happens is you feel better, and then all of a sudden your marriage starts to feel better too, because your partner can't argue. It takes 2 to argue. It takes 2 to shut down. If you're not going to be in that place and you're going to feel better, things will change. Your partner will see you different. You'll be more open. Things will feel more secure. And what happens is that crystal clear clarity comes on your next steps. You know what you're worth and you know what's best for you when you get yourself to that good place. So I think that was the number one question. Will this work for me? Is my marriage too far gone? Number one, if you have another try in you, then you can't quit, right? You have another try. You just have to figure out what method you're going to pick. And I would suggest one that's getting proven results with so many women where they feel so much better by the end of this. They feel more confident. They feel happier. They feel so much better, lighter, calmer, more peaceful. So, like I said, DM me if you have any questions and we'll chat soon.